Today we had, I would say, a landmark agreement with traditional owners here in the area. We have signed exclusivity for a new wind farm that we would like to develop just across those ridges here. This is also for Gladstone the first wind project.
This is a first within the region and maybe a unique one within the state of Queensland, whereby we have our development corporation owned by traditional owners entering into a land access agreement or a licence with the state itself to actually use that strategic land to look at economic development projects, in this case renewables.
First Nations Bailey, Grand Tirrabalang Bunda are in TBC, so our subscriber to corporate. They work with many proponents across our country, and instead of necessarily waiting for them to come and talk about what working with First Nations people on country looks like, we've been proactively going and approaching them and saying, how is it that we can make a better solution for the future that is place-based and it is right for our community?
Basically, the aspirations of the whole thing is self-determination. So what we want to try and achieve through shared prosperity agreements particularly is so that we can have control of our own destiny. We just want to take care of country, take care of people, and in doing so we're taking care of culture. That is who we are.
So it's a bit of a different approach, but we believe it's something that can be utilised very effectively to see better outcomes here on country with business and industry, and being a part of what is a transition economy that we want to be a part of.
It was the PBC who asked us, said that they were interested in looking for renewable energy projects on their traditional country, and we did a screening exercise. We looked at areas where potentially there could be a new solar or wind farm, and that was the genesis. So it's been really led by First Nations in that way, and for us that is really important. We want to be listening to the needs of the First Nations communities and working with them, trying to produce a project that meets their goals as well as ours.
It's a new concept in the sense that the First Nations have the opportunity to come in on the equity side of the project. We will also see if we can do some capability training along the way, so there will definitely be that as well. But really important, I think, is that they are coming in and have the opportunity to come in on the equity side, because that means, of course, they have a long-term vested interest here.
It's about those opportunities to share in that economic prosperity that'll come off of that asset that'll live in our community for generations to come. And this relationship represents a step change in that new direction of early engagement but equity participation for traditional owners.
So it is a partnership. It's not oh, we'll do this bit and you do that bit. It's like, let's be on this journey together. And that is very different. All the steps along the way, even though the government has these regulations that you must do all this environmental study and feasibility studies before it, well, to be involved in that is very different from our perspective on our country. We want to be involved in that.
The goal is to share our understanding and expertise of the process and allow traditional owners to identify opportunities to further participate in the project, and that may be in a number of different ways that we may not be able to see ourselves. We want to give that opportunity for true partnership and knowledge sharing so that we can discover more opportunities along the way.
The difference between being engaged at the beginning and being engaged down the track is just huge. When we're engaged at the beginning, we just have much more to contribute. To have that input is beneficial to everybody.
There would be no way to bring this project forward as quickly as we're hoping to without this very early engagement. It's not only something that aligns with our company culture, it's a very practical move to bring something forward that meets the PBC's goals, our goals, and it is fundamental to the project.
For us, this is, as a green project, is just really something that can generate a product that is needed in the area, but it's also a particular joy to be able to do this together with traditional owners.
This is definitely the first time that we've had First Nations engagement as traditional owners this early in the development of a project. There's no doubt about it here in the Gladstone region. So European Energy has certainly taken the invitation by us as traditional owners to partner and collaborate. It hopefully sets a precedent and a standard that goes beyond any government legislation or policy.
We want to be proactive in the front seat when it comes to work happening here on country and making sure we can be a part of that energy transition as much as possible.
I'm very passionate about the green transition and about renewable energy. It's an area where we really can have a big impact, and it's great that we can do this in partnership with traditional owners in this region.
It's really such an obvious way to design a partnership, so we're super proud. We want to take care of this partnership as much as we can because this is the future.